couple of people are asking about Frank Solich, who had to step down due to health reasons at Ohio University. Greg, what are your thoughts on Frank Solich and his tenure at Nebraska?
I will always respect Coach Solich and appreciate everything that he did. His roots are all here, and I know this question comes up because he was nominated for the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So congratulations to him. But he started out here in Lincoln. He used to coach Lincoln Southeast High School. Went to the university and worked his way up through the ranks and was the running backs coach under Coach Osborne. He was actually my position coach when I would go to Nebraska football camp. So I actually, I know him both as a media member and an actual player. So that's kind of special in my opinion. And, when he took over the reins here, obviously Coach Osborne's the guy that endorsed him to take over, and the stipulation was that basically he had to keep the staff intact. So who knows if he would have had a chance to hire his own staff right out of the gate, things might have ended up different. I don't know, but he did a lot of great things here, and in my mind, kind of got a raw deal there. You still win 9 games. Obviously, you had some bad losses there, but you still won 9 games, and then you get fired. And basically, the guy was never really welcomed back in the state of Nebraska the whole time that he coached at Ohio U. Until finally, was it 2 summers ago? He was recognized. He won another award, and this was the first time that he'd come back to the state of Nebraska to receive that reward. There was the Outland Trophy. It was the same time as the Outland Trophy presentation and stuff that he was getting honored as well. So it was kind of cool to catch up with him and stuff there. And he finally made peace with the university and the brass that actually fired him in the first place is no longer around here anymore anyway. But he finally felt welcome back in the state finally, and now he's being recognized as one of the best in his profession of all time. So I'll always have a special place in my heart for Frank Solich, and what a wonderful career he ended up having. Who knows? Maybe he could have done even better things here at Nebraska, and things would have been different. Maybe we're only talking about Scott Frost as like the third coach since Bob Devaney here. But no, we went through a lot of other head coaches since Coach Solich went to Ohio.
Yes, it was Greg mentioned, of course, Frank Solich took over directly for Tom Osborne, so that's no easy task.
No.
One of the 5 or so greatest coaches in history. But he had a good run at Nebraska. Certainly Husker fans would take this now.
Well, you're talking about, a play short of winning a national title as a head coach too. So, he was right up there for a while. Things just didn't work out, unfortunately. But we move on.
9-4, finished in the top 20. 12-1, number 2 in the country. Fiesta Bowl win. So that was the team that beat Tennessee in the Fiesta Bowl. And you're saying one play away from the winning the national championship. Who'd they lose to?
Ah, God.
I got it right here. Lost to Texas, 24-20.
Yeah, there you go.
Lost to Texas, 24-20. Beat Tennessee in the Fiesta Bowl. Finished number 2 in the country.
Yeah.
Then the next year they go 10-2, finish number 7 in the country, win the Alamo Bowl. Then they go 11-2, finish number 7 in the country, lost the Rose Bowl. Well, of course, that was the
Miami
ECS championship game.
Jeez. Yeah.
7-7, lost the Independence Bowl. I believe that was to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And then 9-3 went to the Alamo Bowl. finished in the top 20. So the season he got fired, 9-3, lost to the played in the Alamo Bowl. He didn't coach the game, finished in the top 20. So 58-19. That would look pretty good right now.
That would look really good right now.
And as it stands right now, he's the last Nebraska coach to win a conference championship.
Hey, there you go. There you go. What a great staff that was, too, though. Those guys were together forever and won a lot of football games together. So,
reminds me that I'm working on a series right now. Is this the year? Fill in the blank. Is this the year? And for Nebraska, is this the year? I'm going to go with two different directions. Is this the year they get back to a bowl game? Be the first one since 2016, or is this the year that Nebraska wins a conference championship? Be the first one since 1999.
Bowl game.
Yeah, you would think so, but still.
Think about that for a second. Bowl game.
When you think about yeah, it's going to be a little bit easier to do that, just a little bit. But when you think about these kind of programs, Greg, Texas A&M has not won a conference championship since 1998.
It's hard.
And that long for Texas A&M. It's been since 99 for Nebraska. It's been since 03 for Miami. It's been since 09 for Texas. That's been 13 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nebraska's due, right?
You can always look at it that way.
But boy, it's hard to do. I mean, my goodness, especially when one team pretty much has a stranglehold over that conference championship banner. I mean, somebody else gets in there every now and then, but yeah, until you can go head to head with the Ohio States of the world, that's pretty hard to win a conference championship.
We got our guy Paul Kersey asking about Minnesota. They're an interesting team, interesting program. They're under PJ Fleck. I've got a lot of respect for him. I think he's doing a nice job.
Yeah, we've seen them improve year in and year out under his tenure there, and I don't see any reason why they would stop now. I think they've got a lot of momentum as a program right now. Even though last year they were down a little bit, considering the year before that, the year they had. So, but PJ Fleck's a pretty interesting dude, and he's a pretty good motivator as a head coach, and he's a good recruiter. So, Minnesota, hit it out of the park when they hired PJ Fleck, in my opinion.
Yeah, PJ Fleck's story is pretty interesting. Just that he it's not like he didn't play the game and played at a high level, good enough to make a San Francisco 49ers roster as a wide receiver, but he hurt his knee, and it wasn't like he was some star player, but still he made it an NFL roster, hurt his knee, and then he tells a funny story about he met his future wife when he was the head coach at Western Michigan. In his first year, they were 1-11, and he was like, "Who in the world's going to date me? I'm a coach at Western Michigan, 1-11." But within like 3 years, just the thought of Western Michigan being 13-0 and playing in the Cotton Bowl, like who else is going to do? Like we haven't seen that. That's just a MAC school playing in the Cotton Bowl against Wisconsin on New Year's Day. That's just. And then he goes to Minnesota and does a nice job so far.
You have seen his wife, right?
Well, I would assume that she's okay. I would think PJ would do pretty well for himself.
Yeah, she's pretty easy on the eyes.
Okay, but PJ was able to reel that in at Western Michigan at 1-11, so he wasn't even big time then. Stephen Young. Now, Stephen goes back further even than you, Greg. He remembers being in a doctor's office in 1962 and watching the Husker band march by for their bowl game.
I wasn't even born for another 6 years. So I can't remember that. But that's cool, though. That's very, very cool.
That's funny.
Yeah.
1962. Oh, we've got a treat for everyone, Nebraska fans. I'm going to be reviewing I've got my notes right in front of me. Let me see. Yes, reviewing all Nebraska's claimed national championships and whether they're legit. And then I've got a slew of years here where I think maybe Nebraska has a chance to claim other national championships where they've got an argument.
Oh,
So that
God.
video is coming out.
Oh, God.
I'm big into that kind of stuff, as you can tell.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, I like it. I'm glad somebody does that. I don't have time.
I could do stuff like that. I got to create content.
Yeah, no doubt. West Virginia, huh?
Yeah, Joey's a good guy, and he's a West Virginia guy through and through.
Years. Yeah. Beautiful country out there, I'll say that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was quite the box score from the Texas game in '99. 312 lost fumbles.
That's a bad day. all by the quarterback. I don't think Adrian Martinez ever played against Texas, did he? Ooh. Let's say that out loud.
You did. That's going to be a little sideline that Nebraska fans can keep track of this year.
The rest of the night, I'm turning my phone off.
Oh, I think you're safe. I think you're safe with the faithful here. Never mind. Oh, I didn't read the rest of this comment before I posted it to the screen. No, I have not done any videos on why I left ESPN.
That's personal. Never mind.
There might be about 8 people out there that are interested, but I will say, what did somebody else bring up? Somebody wanted to know what our favorite cut of steak is.
We've answered that one before.
We did?
I think so. I don't know. Why is that a question on every show?
Somebody just asked that.
Well, I'm a filet mignon guy myself. I don't like those.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't like stuffing my gut full of red meat to that extent. So I like me a nice little filet mignon.
Okay. I'm gonna say that ribeye to me is the most flavorful steak. I love ribeye. When I was growing up, when I was a kid, I just thought prime rib was just amazing. But yeah, I hadn't thought about filet mignon. I haven't had that in a long time. That ranks pretty high as well. But I'm going to go ribeye, filet mignon, prime rib, porterhouse 4.
So I'm not gonna complain about that one bit because I'm just a guy that I don't like to waste food. So I'm not gonna order a steak that I know I can't finish. So I know I can finish a filet mignon, so that's pretty much why I go with that most of the time.
My kids took me out for steak about 2 weeks ago for my birthday, and you know what I did was, I wasn't paying the bill, so I ordered the biggest steak on the menu, and for once in my life, I didn't just make myself eat it all. I thought, you know what? I'm content. I'm full. I've only eaten half of it. It was like a 20-ounce steak. I only ate half of it, and I thought, you know what? Take it in a doggy bag. It'll be great tomorrow. That's what I did. I had steak for lunch the next day.
Cut it up and make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Heck, I mean, you know what? Living here, you're pretty much in the beef capital of the country anyway, so it's not hard to go find a good steak around Lincoln, Nebraska, or Omaha. We'll just put it that way. So I'm not as big of a steak guy as I used to be when I was younger. It's a lot of work for me to eat a steak, that big old ribeye these days. So I just I'm trying to watch my girlish figure.
Yeah. Seems like every time I turn on the TV or YouTube, I'm being reminded about how bad sugar is for me and all of
God.
that. And I keep saying, I'm going to go on a campaign and I'm just going to wipe all that out and feel great. So
Hey, when you do that, it feels amazing. I'll tell you, when you do that. I've been there. I'm not there now again, but I did that for a while, and it was amazing.